What is your job right now, currently?
So right now I'm working with 680 The Fan as a sports talk radio host right here in Atlanta.
Okay, cool. Now you used to play for the Falcons, correct?
Yeah, I played 11 years with the Falcons and 1 with the Eagles.
Okay, cool. Did you go to college for like radio broadcasting or sports broadcasting or anything like that?
No, I did not. I went to college and I got a business management degree and a minor in education from Villanova University, thinking that I'd just join the regular workforce, reach out to some Villanova alumni and see if somebody can juice me up with a job. And then on the back end of that, with the minor in education, I thought one day I may want to coach at some level.
All right. So what exactly is involved in your day-to-day job at the Fan?
So at the Fan, a lot of what we do is obviously watching local sports talk radio. So it's Hawks, Braves, Falcons, Georgia Bulldogs, Georgia Tech, and all SEC football. So really the key is to be in tune to what's going on in the sports world. So the night before our shows, if the Hawks are playing a playoff game, I'll either try to go to the game or watch it on TV. If the Braves are playing, usually just watch a lot of it or listen to it on the radio. And then we have a producer that sends us anywhere from 25 to 50 different links in an email to myself and our 2 other hosts. And then we read over those, figure out what our topics might be. And then in the morning, our show starts at 9, so we meet about 7:45 or 8 o'clock, spend an hour putting our show sheet together. So we got to fill anywhere from 2.5 to 3 hours of topics or subjects or whatever it might be for the night before, and any stories we're passionate about. And then we lay it in from 9 o'clock till noon. And then we're on the air at 9, and we just kind of go through it and rock and roll. So that's really what it consists of. And when we're done, we have a short post-show meeting, talk about the show itself for a minute, see if we have any ideas for the next day's show, and then right back at it again. Just super repetitive as far as watching sports, getting online, reading stories, all that kind of stuff.
Do you have any advice for like kind of choosing a career path or kind of trying to get to where I need to be later in life?
Yeah, so you're going to get told you probably can't do a lot of things by a lot of people, like I did when the Seattle Seahawks cut me my first year out. Then I went to Europe after I saw the whole 98 season. Played for the Dragons, came back and signed with the Philadelphia Eagles. They cut me 5 weeks into the season. I sat out for 8 weeks. I landed on the Falcons practice squad. You just have to believe in yourself, and kind of easy to say, but find a win. Find some kind of win for me. So I got to meet this guy, Vince Capelli. You seen the movie Invincible?
Yeah.
So Vince and I are good friends because when the Eagles cut me, he gave me a job in Philadelphia. He still lived up there, and he hadn't done the movie yet. Became good friends, and he came and saw me again like 7-8 years later in Atlanta when I was doing well with the Falcons. And he asked me what my invincible moment was. So I needed to come up with a moment in my career where something just kind of clicked, and I said, you know what, I think I can do this. So for me, when the Seattle Seahawks cut me, I didn't know if I could play in this league. I didn't know if I had what it took. And the wide receiver coach called me at my house in California after I went home, and he said, go play football somewhere. His name was Milt Jackson. He was a wide receiver coach in Seattle at the time, back in '98. And he called me and he said, you're good enough to go play. You just need to work on a couple things, put a little muscle on, but go play somewhere. Go play in the Arena League, go play in Europe. But you have what it takes to play in the NFL. You just got to work on a few things. So for me, that moment, looking back on it, probably what put me over the edge, to have somebody that had been there and done it, believe in me, and believe me enough to call me and tell me that I had what it takes to do it. So you have to find those little wins in life where things don't look good, but you try to find the positives out of it and just keep grinding along. So.
All right. When you were in college, like when you were our age, did you know what you wanted to do?
Oh, no. Absolutely not.
Did you have, like, what did you think you wanted to do then?
Actually, I thought I was going to be a school teacher. That's the reason I have degrees in education.
Okay.
But then I realized that I didn't. I thought I was going to teach marketing. That's what I wanted to do was teach marketing.
Mm-hmm.
And so I actually got degrees in education, but I spent a great deal of time in McGee Hall in the College of Business because if you want to teach marketing, you've got to get a degree in education.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
What is it exactly that you do with your job now?
So my job is kind of I'm going to say a dual function. So the university has a nonprofit. It's actually a 501c3 nonprofit. It's called the Mississippi State University Research and Technology Corporation.
Mm-hmm.
I am director of the corporation. But the corporation has several functions. One function is economic development. And as part of that, the corporation is responsible for the management and development of the research park. But the corporation also owns several of the buildings in the park. But the corporation also takes equity in startup companies and university startup companies.
Mm-hmm.
We also deal with university grants and contracts that come through the corporation. So the corporation has several multi-functions. One is intellectual property, one is grants and contracts, and then one is economic development. And so I'm director of the corporation, but in lieu of, because the corporation has responsibility of the park, I'm also director of the Sac-Cochran Research Park.
So would you have any advice for me as I go along and kind of try to decide what I want to pick as a major and later on kind of try to figure out what I want to do after school?
Look, number one thing you need, your major needs to be something you enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Something that you would enjoy doing, something that you would have fun doing. Don't go get a degree in an area just so you can graduate and say, I have a degree.